All right, welcome back to Eyes Open Media. I mean, this is just. Could someone please call 911? I mean, this is just ridiculous, ladies and gentlemen. You guys can see the article right now, and I just been, earlier I was just cracking up. I was singing, "Someone please call 911." Because somebody needs to come get Maliki. Okay, Maliki needs to be gone. I mean, look what is going on here. It says, as informed source reveals on Thursday that Iran is seeking to support Vice President Maliki to be the prime minister of the upcoming elections again. So they're flip flopping. They're telling the public one thing, but inside they're trying to do a strategy to get Maliki back in there. And the reason why is because Iran is being left out on a lot of these deals with Iraq, and they don't like it. It's pissing them off. Everybody's cutting Iran off on all these deals, and Iran wants to get back in these deals, and they want to steal money from Iraq, and they can't steal money from Iraq anymore because the Western world and the international coalition forces and the region have stopped them from doing it. They've put the custom tariffs on there. They've put all these regulations and all these things. They're taking away the money, and they're going to drop the lower notes, and they're making everything electronic so no one can steal any longer. And Iran is pissed off, so now they're back to backing Maliki, and they want him back in there so he can reverse everything and get them back to stealing money again. Okay, so a lot of you guys are wondering how Iran was able to survive under those sanctions, and it's because they were stealing money from lots of different countries. They're counterfeiting lots of money. They're stealing a lot of money from countries, and they're influencing their government into these other governments around the world. And that's what they're doing. So someone please call 911 on Maliki and just get him out of this life. Like, just remove him from the face of the earth. Someone please. Pershmerga News here says Washington will not abandon the Kurds like Baghdad. Yeah, I don't think they will either. Maybe they will. I think at some point we're going to have to leave these countries because of inflation. Hyperinflation is going to kick in America, and we're going to have to leave. A lot of our military is going to have to come back to defend the land because of hyperinflation. We're not going to be able to afford to be able to have all these bases out there and have all our military out because of hyperinflation. Now, of course, we can always counter that with Bitcoin, and this is why I don't know what's going on with the government, but there is some people in the government that see, us using cryptocurrencies to counter the fall of the dollar. So they're trying to put the legislation in where the government can't mess with us with that are into the cryptos, and we'll see if that passes or not. But Donald Trump and the government could easily counter the dollar's fall with the price of Bitcoin and gold and silver and cryptocurrencies. I mean, America could be a filthy, filthy rich country if they adopt cryptocurrencies very quickly. I'm talking about the government, and they join in and they get into Bitcoin, and they put lots of their dollars into Bitcoin and Ethereum and Omiso Go and all these other legit coins, Litecoin and stuff like that. The American government would be in great shape, okay, if they adopt cryptocurrency. Okay, so like Russia's doing, China, they're all they're all into cryptos because they know that's going to be a safe haven in the near future. And America is putting all these SEC regulations off all these things. If America opens the crypto market up, we're not gonna suffer as much as people think, because the cryptocurrencies and the silver and gold are going to be our saving grace, okay, to help us out when the dollar starts to just continues to fall. Purchasing power, we'll have purchasing power in the cryptos, okay. So yeah, so that's something that we can do. So there's a lot of horror stories that people see in the future, what's going to happen. But if the America opens up to cryptocurrencies, the government and the SEC and everything, it could change it can change history. It can change the history of America. Okay, from a falling dollar to chaos in the streets to a falling dollar, but no chaos in the street, Bentleys everywhere, Lamborghinis, brand new roads and bridges for America. You know what I mean? Like, it could literally change the history books if America adopts cryptocurrencies. Okay, and so, but I don't. We're gonna probably see the feds and everybody fight against that, create their own coin, continue to do their their bad jobs and bring in and try to collapse everything and bring in a new world order. Continue to use HARP and make these hurricanes and make these hurricanes go to especially states that don't agree with the government, like Texas and other states like that. You're gonna see all these states that don't agree with the government somehow get hit with hurricanes and flooding and stuff and go through miserable times. And that's the government telling, and that's the elites telling them, look, if you don't agree with us and our oppression, we're going to use HARP and bring hurricanes your way. And it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger until you agree with our new world order. Okay, so that's could be what's happening as well. There's another hurricane coming in, okay, and they're moving it with the HARP and they're using the chemtrails and all these other stuff to manipulate this stuff and put it and point it in directions of places and governments and stuff and states that don't agree with the New World Order and do and like to do their own thing. Okay, so that's what it looks like. I could be completely wrong on that, but that's what it looks like. But yeah, I mean, there was a prophecy about I think Prophet Solomon gave one on Periscope back in January, February about Houston that they were going to have the biggest floods in history. I remember that. I remember her saying that on Periscope, but I can't remember when she actually said that. But I remember that, and I didn't think much about it because I was like, okay, they're going to have the biggest flood that they've ever had in Houston, okay, or Texas, okay. Okay, that's cool. You know what I mean? Like, okay, but she was talking about the biggest flood in the history of American history. I was like, oh, and that's a big difference, right? So and when I saw it, I was like, whoa, that looked like the biggest flood in, not just in Texas, but in American history. That looks bigger than Katrina. Okay, so maybe I should have paid more attention to that prophecy back in January, February. Anyways, let's get into here. Here's my portfolio here. And here are some of these stuff that I post, as you guys know. We did talk about the translation on the video on Eyes of Media, so you guys can check that out. The International Audit Translation from John, there it is right there. I talked about that already. Hadia says the Iraqi market is a fundamental pillar of our industry. Okay, and speaking of the the revaluations and devaluations and stuff like that, many of the revaluations have taken place in April 30th and September 2020, 21st and 22nd. I get it. I understand. It doesn't mean that that's going to happen this time, guys and girls. They like to change things up when everybody's looking at it. Every time everybody looks at something, they change it up so everybody won't be right. So just understand that and keep that in mind. Um, what else here? But yeah, history says that April and September are the times where they do change the rate. But that doesn't mean they have to do it this time. Okay, this time around. Because this time around it's gonna be 1-to-1. So and there's no going backwards. So they'll have it out whenever they want to have it out. It doesn't have to be in September. It doesn't have to be in April. It doesn't have to be on the first January. It could be out whenever they want. They could bring it out October 15th if they want to. Let's see here. It says powerful study case. Uh, the monetization of crime against the economy of the country. Okay, you guys can check that out from Eric. Says here, central bank, Reese has here, the central bank to raise the data on Iraq's reserves on the dollar on its website, warning of the collapse of the currency soon. The recent Iraqi central bank action to raise the Iraqi reserves data from the dollar on the bank's website is evidence of the lack of transparency among its employees with public opinions. The reserve of hard currency is the cash cover of the Iraqi currency and must be at a level equivalent to the Iraqi monetary block or higher. This measure also indicates that the reserves has reached very dangerous levels, which means it could lead to the collapse of the currency and economy of Iraq soon. Interesting. So we know what they have to do. And I don't know if this article is true or not because they were just praising them. So if they're praising somebody, then and you're telling them that they have way more reserves and a lot to say. And now I don't know who's talking here. Who's talking here? This is an economist. Okay, Seen Hani or yeah, Hanan. Okay, Hanan or something like that. But anyways, so an economist talking. Now the Central Bank of Iraq governor Alak said the reserves were good and rising because they're bringing in all the 3-0 notes. They're bringing in all the U.S. dollars. They're not using U.S. dollars as much anymore. So all that's going into the reserves. They have other countries funding them and paying, and the ISX is building up as well. So and the IMF said the same thing. So it's kind of weird. Economists saying that everything's going to collapse here soon. So and of course, to prevent that, all you would have to do is drop the lower notes and revalue the currency. That's all you would have to do, and then money would just pour in like crazy, and your reserves would build up like crazy as well, and everybody will turn in the 3-0 notes and the U.S. dollars for the new currency. That's all you have to do. So that's plain and simple. Bitcoin Foundation seeks legal protection from U.S. currency regulations. Yeah, and we're not gonna get into we're not gonna get into that. And let's finish it off here. Okay, Bitcoin all-time highs here at 4,854. Ethereum at 395, looking for 400 plus. And Litecoin all-time highs here at 80.87. Okay, so as you guys see here, Litecoin we're looking for 100 plus here, and Bitcoin we're looking for 5,000 plus. Ethereum we're looking for 500 bucks. Okay, so there you have it. Hope you guys are doing well. And someone please call 911. That was my Currency 365 channel. This is a video I just posted, so you can see. Let me actually refresh it and see if it has any views on this by now. I just posted that video. And oh, look at that! Not suitable for all advertisers. Yeah, you always got to review this. Let me show you guys how we do this thing on YouTube. For you guys that are not YouTube people, you have to come here and you have to. It says it's not a. You have to just hit the report and confirm that it is suitable for all advertisers, and then it'll go and it will refresh itself, and then they'll manually review it, and then they'll come back to you and say, okay, you're good to go. I mean, this is embarrassing, but this is what's going on YouTube. They're demonetizing everything, even the ones that have dollars on them. I'm not getting I barely get a penny on those things. So anyways, it is what it is. Talk to you guys later. Thank God that the Lord released those cryptocurrencies to us at the time He did. You know what I mean? Because a lot of us would be in big trouble. Okay, so God released those cryptocurrencies and made them go boom, and we ran with them, and it's definitely helped us out in this time. And while we wait on Iraq, the cryptocurrencies have really, really, really been a godsend to us, and they're part of the wealth transfer that's coming, and it's going to continue. At least for the next 3, 4, 5 years. So we're in this wealth transfer. The cryptocurrencies went first. We're going to see the currencies go from the emerging markets next with silver and then gold. And then we're going to come out of that wealth transfer. Hopefully, a lot of us are going to be billionaires and millionaires and maybe even trillionaires when that period is over. And then we're coming into the mark of the beast. Okay, so that's it. Talk to you guys later. Peace out. Eyes open. God bless. Bye.